What up, world? It's your boy Doughboy Don, and I'm back this time with my review for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Oh my god, what a game, bro. What a game. Oh, this game, I feel two ways about it. On the first, two ways about it. First off, I love it. Absolutely. I know a lot of people's like, man, why you keep all these games nines and tens? And, these games are good. In my opinion, they're so freaking good. I love this game. This game is damn near perfect. I don't think there's a perfect game, but getting damn near perfect, bro. But on the other half, I'm so sad and I'm so torn because this is truly this game is truly a passing of the torch um, from Kiryu to Ichiban, you know, and even by the way it goes, the way the game plays and everything, it's a swan song. It's a salute to the Yakuza franchise, and it's opening the way, paving the way for Like a Dragon. It's paying homage to everything before Like a Dragon and Ichiban and his story and everything. It's kind of putting a cap on everything that has to do with Kasu. Yeah. Has to do with Kiryu and his story, and before passing on to Ichi. But okay, to get into it real quick, it starts off, I believe, a couple months after Like a Dragon. Um, yeah, Ichi's living his life, going through things, and it turns out he likes Sayako, and so he's trying to he's trying to get with Sayako. He kind of messes up, and the story plays out and everything, and it comes up that it's revealed that his mom's still alive, and he has to go to Hawaii to talk to her, and also to give her um Arakawa's ashes that he has. And you find out some stuff about Arakawa. Like it goes into a little bit of detail about Arakawa's backstory a little bit. Like his mom. It puts more emphasis on his mom and how she is and what she went through and where she is now. And that kind of ties in Arakawa into the story a little bit. So they're tying that up and finishing that off. So he goes there. He gets into a little bit of trouble or whatever, but he eventually bumps into Kiryu, who is at Hawaii to also look for Kasuga's mom, but it's for a completely different reason. They ended up teaming up. They make some new friends. They make some new enemies. They go through everything. Discover that there's this big conspiracy. It's this big plot, big thing, kind of like in the last game, but it's in Hawaii. First of all, Hawaii's beautiful. I haven't been to Hawaii. I think it takes place on the main island, the big island, Oahu, the capital. I think so. Don't quote me on that. But Hawaii looks beautiful. It plays really good. It's the same as usual, turn based. They got a lot of the old classes. They got some new classes too. It's cool. They kind of ironed some stuff out, but they kind of made it a little bit more complicated. And there's I like the team up options. Like there's group attacks with the whole group, and then there's separate team ups where two people team up and they do an attack. There's a lot more chances to do more damage and everything. The combat's been refined and everything. I like that, but then more things change, more they stay the same. It still can be a bore sometimes and everything. Overall, the pace it's quicker. Like things can go by quicker if you allow it to. Things can get slowed down a little bit. They got this new dungeon. There's like dungeon systems and everything. There's like one main dungeon for Hawaii, one main dungeon for Ijincho. You even get to go back to Kamurocho. I almost lost it. You go back to Kamurocho for a little bit. But yeah, I'm going off on a tangent here. Excuse me. I'll be doing that a little bit for this review. But yeah, they have their little adventure they go through, and it comes to a point where they separate because spoiler alert, Kiryu has cancer. Yeah, the Dragon of Dojima has cancer. That I found out that hit me right here, hit me right here, and so he has to go to Eugene show, and then from that point they separate. They get their own parties. Everybody from the old game is playable. Even though Jungi Han, he comes in the last two chapters, I thought that was a little messed up, but I mean, it is what it is. You get to play Song He, Song He, the leader of the Leo Mung and the Gomi Jewel. That's cool to see her. She gets fleshed out more as a character. Um, you get two new party members, Tomizawa and Tomizawa and I forget the other girl's name. Chitose, my bad. Chitose Fujinomiya. I believe that's her last name. But yeah, they're on Ichi's side. Ichi mainly spends time in Ijincho, and Kiryu is Ijincho and Kamurocho. And eventually, it comes to a point where both their stories kind of converge on each other. Like the big bad on Ichi's side is working with Kiryu's side, and they kind of like intertwine. And then you switch off in chapters and everything. And the final chapter is um, Ichi with his final boss, and then Kiryu with his final boss, and everything. And everything kind of comes together at the end, like it usually does. But on Kiryu's side is where the sentimental part comes in because you got a bucket list, and you reach certain spots, and you reminisce about specific parts of the old games and specific quests that you do and people that you meet, and that's just mainly the part of that's a big part of Kiryu's side of the game with the sub stories and everything. It's tying up loose ends, reuniting with old faces, helping them out, tying up loose ends, settling beefs and scores and everything. And on Kiryu's side, oh my god, one of the coolest things ever. At one point in the game, instead of being at turn based, you can allow it to where it temporarily goes back to old school Yakuza. You know what I'm saying? Where you free roaming and you brawl and beat them up. It's real quick. It's awesome. And then the fight. Oh, there's one fight like cousin like a dragon. It was when like a dragon. It had two where you had to face Majima and Saijima, and then we had to fight Kiryu. But in Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is the Mount Rushmore of the Tojo clan is Kiryu, Majima, Saijima, and Daigo. Is Daigo, Saijima, and Majima. Three of them against Kiryu and his party. That boss fight is epic. I'm not going to explain much about that boss fight. You just have to go through that fight. Is go get certain parts where Kiryu is fighting everybody, the three of them, and it has special moments with all three of them. I kind of understand it, but I don't because I haven't gone through all the Yakuza games, so there's certain parts where it's like, okay, that's interesting, or what does that mean, or what was that part? So I got to go back, and so by the time I go back and they get back, I'm like, oh, I remember that moment, or so that's why, you know what I'm saying? You gonna start catching stuff, and that's awesome. But yeah, and eventually everything works out. Kiryu meets his mom and everything. He does what he has to do, and Kiryu comes to term with it, with his cancer, and he decides to fight against it. Because his initial thoughts when it was like, "It's here. It is what it is. If it gets me, it gets me. I'm not gonna fight it." And then everybody's like, "Nah, bro. You gotta fight against it. Like, don't be. You spent your whole life fighting. You know what I'm saying? And living by your own rules. Don't bitch out. And, just let it die. Nah, bro. Try to fight it." beat if you can. So, you know, that's his thing. But it's just it's the story is awesome. It has its it has a lot of high points, a lot of low points. I didn't really have a problem with it. The only problems I had was the last parts. On on Kiryu's side, it wasn't that hard on Kiryu's side. And there's another moment where, of course, you know that no Yakuza like a Dragon game is incomplete without the Millennium Tower. There's a specific point in the Millennium Tower where it's another special moment, just like that boss fight against Majima and all them. There's another point in the Millennium Tower with those guys, and I'm not gonna spoil that either. I just wish that you could just play that moment fully. That would have been awesome. But y'all gotta play that part. That's what I'm talking about. But the story is so good. It's basically, like I said, it's a swan song and a passing of the torch. You could tell it is by the way that Kiryu talks to the villain of this game, and you find out some interesting things about the villain on that Kiryu fights on his side. You find out some interesting things about him and Ichiban. I'm not gonna spoil it though, but yeah, I don't think you're gonna be seeing the last of him. I think you gonna see him more in Like a Dragon. Hopefully that they expound on that and he comes back. But anyway, it basically it was tying everything up with. I believe Kiryu said it best when he said that this was before they go off on the final chapter. Um, he says, "Leave the past. I'm going to settle the Yakuza's past, and then I'm gonna leave it to you to handle the future." I believe that's what he said to Ichi before they went and did what they did. And then, okay, one more quick spoiler before I get to the before I wrap everything up. Before the chapter begins and everything, there's a point because Kiryu looks different. You know what I'm saying? Like the moment you see him in Hawaii as Ichiban, you be like, hold on, dang, okay, like I know you look older and everything, but dang, you got a new outfit and everything. But there's a moment when he looks at himself in the mirror, you see the bad tattoo, and then he puts on the old suit that he be wearing. Oh, it gives me all hyped and everything. Yeah, but yeah, it's like I'm saying. If I gotta rate this game, man, a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. The soundtrack, it's okay. It's not banging and bopping like it usually is, but it's cool. Oh my god. When you go to Kamurocho as Kiryu and you hear that old school funk goes on, like I'm talking PlayStation 2 Yakuza, you know what I'm saying? Funk goes on that version. You hear that version? I wish they would have put the Kiwami version because I personally like that one. But they put the old school Funk Goes On as a little fight theme in Cameron show. That was a blast from the past. I enjoyed that. But yeah, it was still cool. The mini game was cool. The little Animal Crossing mini game that was all right. I guess I'm not really a big fan of Animal Crossing, but if you are, I think you'll enjoy it. The Sujimon mini game that was cool. All the other little mini games around Hawaii, the sub stories were cool. But yeah, it was cool, but it didn't hit like a dragon did. But oh my god, it's still a good game. But yeah, man. And oh my God. Like I said, it's a 9 out of 10. But that last scene, the post-credit scene with Kiryu, that, whew, oh my God, that almost brought tear to my eyes. All I can say is, to quote The Godfather, look, look how they massacred my boy. That's that's all I'm gonna say about that, bro. Oh man, it's rough. It's rough. But yeah, man, that's my review for Yakuza. I keep calling it Yakuza. It's like a dragon. I'm not used to it yet. That's my review for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. So yeah, man, let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. And if you like my review, man, hit the like button, subscribe. And when you subscribe, you gotta hit that notification bell because you never know when the boy goes streaming and uploading. Be on the lookout for me streaming again. I don't know when, but it's coming pretty soon. I'm getting back into Hogwarts. We're gonna try to finish everything out. I ain't forgot about Persona 3 or Persona 5 Strikers or anything else. I ain't forgot about it. I just, ain't been in the mood or to stream everything. I'm gonna try to pick it up. I'm gonna try to pick it up. I know I keep saying that, but I'm kind of going through some stuff. But I'm gonna get back on it and everything. Um, and just be on the lookout for reviews and predictions for wrestling and everything. Pay attention to my shorts too, man, because that's really where I'm gonna try to, what I'm saying, put a lot of content towards there. But yeah, man, it's your boy Doughboy Don, and I will holla at y'all party people in the next one. I'm out this thing, y'all. Peace.